me.
Didn't you just ask me a question and now you're just talking? Like, what kind of egotistical person?
You started asking me a question. You threw it back to me. Yeah, you're like, you know that, right, Travis? You gave me back control.
That's kind of rhetorical. You just have to say yes.
You were waiting for an answer. You can't say kind of rhetorical if you need an answer. Rhetorical is literally no answer needed. Well, against all odds, 100 Thieves are now 3-0. I don't know how. I mean, talented individuals, and yet somehow they ended up with this coach. That's the real miracle. I'm joined right now by Probably with coverage presented by Omni Slash to talk a little bit about your lack of facial hair. What happened?
Yeah. I don't know. It really just, I think I lost a solo queue game and I was like, there's something wrong, and it's definitely not my play.
Yeah.
So I did, and now this is the way I look now, at least for a month until it actually grows back.
Sammy literally walking around the background just trying to get all those YouTube commenters to talk about her. My point is, we've got a situation here where you are undefeated. No, everybody's like TL, TSM, those are going to be the top two teams of the split. But actually, right now, there's two teams that are undefeated, and it's you guys and Echo Fox. So what do you think of that situation?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good situation.
Yeah,
I don't know. People like, I think when people looked at rosters, they're like, this guy can 1v1 this guy, so this team's going to do really great. But the way these guys play together, they really complement each other really well. So it's one of the sums greater than the parts situation. So maybe they have someone that can 1v1 our player, but doesn't really matter. It doesn't work that way. And you even saw this game how annoying some of these players on my team are.
Yeah.
Their play styles, and they just run around the map, and they're really smart about that.
Yeah.
And that's something that most players are really dumb at, is like looking at the mini map and knowing what to do. Like everyone is, I'm going to run at your face and fight. And then our team is like, whee.
When it comes to your team being annoying, is that something you've taught them?
I think
You're very annoying.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I really practice.
Yeah.
No, I think it's built in their hearts.
Yeah.
And I'm just really happy this is the way that like their playstyles are, because that's definitely something I think I've talked about before, is like this kind of annoying playstyle is something I would like to do, and it was just, this ends up being what the players like pretty much enjoy to do. I mean, they like team fighting and stuff, but when you play against both comps that are like, the team fight's going to be won or lost instantly, it's like kind of a coin flip.
Yeah.
So if you are just better at playing the map, then just do what you're better at, and that's pretty much what they did.
When you look at the roster, and you mentioned that you feel like a lot of this roster success is the fact that it's sum is greater than the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, I think that's what you said. Do you, something like that, right?
Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
That's the point of communication.
No, I think I messed it up. I think you were, this is one of the few cases where I think it was, anyway.
Few cases, yeah.
Yes.
Only a couple.
Yeah. You built this roster, right? Like you hand selected all 5 of these players?
Yes, sir.
Do you feel pretty good right now? Because you told me in the interview that we did before that when you implied that when you were with H2K, you were not given full control of the roster. Mm-hmm. Here you were, and you built a team that's looking pretty solid, at least at the start of the split. So do you feel proud of that?
I mean, I guess I still didn't do anything. Like, it's still like we haven't gotten to prove anything yet.
Yeah.
Like, these games are like cool, but they're still best of one, still really early in the split. Meta hasn't developed.
You've basically won Worlds, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I've pretty much won Worlds, and it's all me, baby. Right. No, so I don't know. Like, putting them together, it's like it could still completely explode. So it's really all to the players, and I hope I can impact and help over the long term.
Yeah. What's the team culture like with the lineup? Like, how are these guys? Because, you know, people talk about how C9 is chill, TSM is, like, intense, CLG's, like, the friend guys. Nadeshot just yelling, and he's so disrespectful.
He really hates you, actually.
I'm just trying to...
He's just smiling, but he really hates you.
Just
more than me.
Yeah. Greenwall, I think. He's actually really disrespected by that. I just pissed him off. Yeah. Greenwall 300 Thieves 3-0, yeah. That's how you anger him. You just yell Greenwall. Now I know his trigger word. How ironic. He used to be on that team. The point is, what's the team culture like?
This is the first time I've had, I guess, I don't know, maybe I have had a lot of veterans in the past. But this feels like by far the most veteran roster I've had before. So
Yeah.
everyone has like their own way of like doing things and everything. So it seems like on paper like, oh, look, all these guys know everything, so it's going to be just like a breeze, but it's actually pretty difficult getting everyone to do the same thing after everyone has like these habits, and everyone on this roster has been successful before.
Yeah.
So to tell them to like or help them change it or like be more as one is really difficult. Because yeah, you're just dealing with like 5 good and smart players, and when their opinions differ, they both have really logical reasons. So it's not like you're teaching a new guy who just has like no clue what he's talking about. You can like just be like, this is the way it is. So a lot of discussions are like, it takes a while to get where we need to go. So that's why right now I'm not super like, oh my God, we're 3-0, look how good we are.
You see there's issues that have to be solved.
Because yeah, we have to get a lot better, and kind of we're not online yet.
Yeah.
We're winning these games because the players are playing really well, but we need to make that like a consistent thing, like something that we can systematically do every game.
Speaking of Nate Schott, are you letting him know this? Because, I mean, he's new to League of Legends. I'm sure he's like, we've single-handedly crafted the best League of Legends team ever. Are you letting him know, like, best of 3 or best of ones, 3 games, you can calm down?
He's a very excited guy, especially with League and stuff, so I have to make sure it's like okay. I mean, if you haven't seen those like pictures of him like watching our Optic game, it was like 66-minute
My
long.
photographer took those. Yeah,
really?
Jeremy did, yeah.
Yeah, those are really good pictures, and you could really like see him like in terror at all of these games. And I mean, watching my owner just be in terror is really satisfying.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of like evil, but it's like, oh, look how like it's so invested. I really like it. So yeah, I have to calm him down a bit about like it's just best ones. We're not there yet, but I like his energy because it like counteracts mine of, expecting doomsday.
Right.
So having someone really happy around is really nice.
And with you, I feel every team should expect doomsday, so it makes sense.
Man, you're just like I love talking to you, Travis. Like, you're so fun. Why don't I do interviews all the time with you?
People don't remember. You're acting very professional in this interview. This is the next level tactic. You've baited me all these years by acting like a jerk, and then when we do this interview, people are gonna be like, "Wow, Travis is just a dick to this guy. I don't know why." It's like, go watch the Prolitage video, which is 70 to 80% just probably being a dick to me.
All right, you start most of it, by the way.
I don't know if that's true.
But now you put on like a suit and you're like, shit, dude, I gotta be like grown up and professional.
Yeah. And I lost my job in June, so I don't have to be grown up or professional at all. Woohoo! No. The final thing I want to talk to you about, kind of going on with that Nate Schott thread, it seems like you guys are like the internet celebrity team. Like everybody, I'm shooting stuff with, an interview with Nate and Hector, and people are like, oh, is that Jeff Keighley in the background? Oh, that's like, you guys swoop in and it just feels like the internet celebrity train like shows up into LCS. Is that going to your head at all? Do you experience that? Or is it just like all these big YouTubers hanging out at the house?
I mean, being around them doesn't get to your head because it's like, you are still you, and everyone else is like, you're just around famous people, and you're like, whoa, that person's like super famous. Cool. Like, let's not be super awkward about it. So
that's what you do. You see them and you just say, that person's super famous. Cool.
Yeah, I'm just like, keep doing your thing. And yeah, try not to be super weird about it, like I am being right now. Yeah. Everything I'm doing right now is the opposite of what I actually do. Okay. In real life, I'm like, oh, look, is this a normal person? Yeah. But in my head, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh, wait. There's no thing where, okay, cool. I actually haven't been paying attention.
Nobody does. Nobody pays attention to me. Is there anything that you want to say? It's nighttime. It was early. It was, God, the games are running late. Is there anything you want to say to anyone out there?
I don't know. The 100 Thieves fans are really cool. I actually like them a lot, and I'm glad like all the whatchamacallit, because I know the players have a huge following. You know that, right?
Nate Schott's famous.
Yeah, and my players too. So
Cody's son's got a big following. I'm just kidding, Cody. Everybody loves Cody. The Sweet Life with Prolly and Cody. It's coming to you. It's a Disney Channel. I didn't really watch it, but a lot of people meme about it lately.
Didn't you just ask me a question and now you're just talking? Like, what kind of egotistical person?
You started asking me a question. You threw it back to me. Yeah, you're like, you know that, right, Travis? You gave me back control.
That's kind of rhetorical. You just had to say yes.
You were waiting for an answer. You can't say kind of rhetorical if you need an answer. Rhetorical is literally no answer needed.
My bad for expecting a yes to a question that required a yes. Yeah, so I want to say thank you to all the fans and all my players' fans. They're actually supporting everyone on the team and not just like their own player, which is really cool. And I also want to thank everyone for not watching this video and somehow skipping to the end and then realizing this and then accepting my humble thanks. And don't watch Travis interviews. I hope that gets in. Okay. Thank you. Are we off? Off there? Can I drop this? Why are you guys still laughing? This is really uncomfortable.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the interview brought to you by Omni /
And me.
Barely anyone knows who you are.
Slightly more.
All right. Well, anyway, thanks. You can check out the rest of my coverage right here on my YouTube channel.